going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about set, reps, frequency, and how it can all contribute to the amount of gains that you make at the gym. Now, I'm not only going to tell you what the ideal ranges are, but I'm also going to tell you guys how I do apply this to my own training. So without further ado, let's get straight into the topic. First off, we're going to take a look at some of the factors that can dictate the amount of reps and sets that we can do. So the first factor that plays an important role here is that large muscle groups recover more slowly than smaller muscle groups. This is the case, for example, with legs. You see that after a leg day, you'll be sore for several days, and that is because they are a very large group, so that's why you tend to be sore for a longer period of time. Another factor that can contribute to the sets and rep ranges is that men, for example, recover much faster than women. Right on that same path, we find that younger people recover more quickly than older people. And lastly, the more sets, reps, and the more you train and the more stress you put on those muscles, the heavier the load, the more recovery time you will need. Of course, everybody is different, so what may apply to me may not apply to you. You may recover faster than me. So it all depends on some of these factors and each individual. So if we take a look right now at endurance training, a rep range of 12 or more repetitions are required. The reason that this is not ideal for muscle growth is because not enough muscle fibers are being activated, thus not enough stress is put on the muscle, and therefore there's no really muscular hypertrophy. Slow twitch muscle fibers are the ones mostly activated by the lower intensity and the high repetition, therefore leading to little to no gains in muscular mass. Now, on the contrary to that, when you increase the workout load, because of the force required to lift that heavier load, fast twitch muscle fibers are being activated. These muscle fibers are mostly activated during intense and short exercise. Therefore, increasing the workload will activate more fast twitch muscle fibers and thus leading to potential growth. Now, most muscles contain a range of these slow twitch and fast twitch muscle fibers, and they all work together to maximize muscular size. So in order to maximize and activate the most amount of fast twitch muscle fibers, these slow twitch muscle fibers must also be activated. Therefore, a rep range between 6 to 12 reps are mostly used. So I'm gonna give you guys a summary of everything we've covered up until now. So we have endurance training with 12 or more repetitions and about 3 sets per exercise. Then we have between 6 to 12 reps for muscle hypertrophy and about 3 to 4 sets. This number of sets are going to be enough for you to stimulate and put enough stress on the muscle. Now we're moving on to the strength and power portion of our workout. This is going to be everything from your 1 rep max to 6 or fewer reps. Your body has the ability to adapt to every single workload and training that you're subjecting it to. Therefore, progressive overload plays an important role in the gains that you make. Now, in order for you to continuously be progressing, you need to be increasing the weight. And obviously, with a heavier load, you're gonna do more reps than you're used to. So, full summary right now with the strength portion added, 6 or fewer reps and about 2 to 3 sets maximum. Now I'm gonna tell you how I apply the different rep ranges and sets to my own training. I'm gonna use, for example, the bench press. Everybody loves benching, so why not? Now keep in mind that you're starting with a heavy compound movement, so whether it is bench pressing or squats. So first off, I would start with a proper warm-up, about 2 sets of a lighter weight. This, as I said earlier, will make sure that I activate those slow twitch muscle fibers that are needed to activate the fast twitch muscle fibers for muscle growth. After those 2 sets, I will increase the weight, and thus activating more and more of those fast twitch muscle fibers. I will do about 2 sets of a heavier load, and I will do about 8 to 10 reps. It all depends on what you can do. If you can do 6, if you can do 10, that's alright. Between 6 to 12 are the rep ranges that you should be sticking to for muscle hypertrophy. The next set, which would be my 5th set, I would increase the weight and focus on those 6 or less reps. Alright, so I'm gonna focus right there on the 5th set, on the strength part of the movement. So I'm gonna focus on doing a 1 rep max maybe, or at least minimum 3 reps. As I said, you wanna keep constantly challenging yourself. Week in and week out, you wanna constantly keep improving and increasing the amount of weight you're lifting. So I will put a summary of this example right next to me right here so you guys can see the amount of sets and the amount of reps I did for each and every exercise. So it might take me about 5 to 6 sets in total to finish that bench session. That's why benching and squatting takes me such a long time, because I try to focus a lot on improving and on taking my time and try to increase the weight with every workout, and also try to stimulate the muscles as much as possible, since this is the first exercise I'm doing for that particular muscle group. And the heavier compound movement, I want to take it slow to try and activate as much muscle fibers as possible. Now, this doesn't mean that I do this for each and every single exercise. No, not at all. I do this with compound movements only. With isolation movements, I focus mostly on the hypertrophy part of it. So I try to go 8 to 10 reps of just a heavy load. The point of isolation exercises is to isolate that muscle that you're trying to train and to really further stimulate those already activated muscle fibers. You're not really trying to break shit here. Now, I must say there are people out there that structure their training in such a way that on some days they do strength training only, and on other days of the week they do the hypertrophy training. But I personally like to mix them both. I like to incorporate the hypertrophy reps and the strength reps within my compound movements. So that is what I prefer, and if you prefer one or the other, it's all up to you and what you enjoy the most. It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be challenging, and it's supposed to be just enjoyable, man. So with that being said, guys, I hope I helped somebody out with this video. I hope it was informative and that you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, then let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so with that being said, I guess I'll see you soon. Later, guys.